Hello class, hello Professor Johansson, and welcome to my multimedia presentation of my final project for Ancient Roman Spectacle. It is going to be a rap that I create myself. Yeah, so let's get started. Gotta get some beats going. Bear with me. So my thesis, to get that out of the way. My thesis is that it has to be wrapped. It's gotta be wrapped. Alright, bear with me. Bear with me. I'm just looking for a little points off creativity. Even if I don't got no bibliography, you can reference me from the back to the front, you will see. Alright, let's get started with the thesis. It's alright. I'm talking about Jesus. Now before that, the BC. Believe it. Alright, ancient Roman spectacle. Let me get my spectacle so that I can inspect this whole thing. Where do we start? In the ancient republic. My thesis is that there's a tension between the fun lovers and the curmudgeons. They're trying to bludgeon it down, trying to repress them and oppress them. All the other ones are they're just trying to have a good time, trying to live it right, trying to live their life fine and up in the sky, and they're trying to get high, and they just then you got the Stoics. They don't even know it, but they had a system, and they didn't want it to be broke yet because they wanted the culture to carry on forever and ever, but nothing lasts forever. Alright. There's a tension between the fun lovers, what I termed the hedonists. Basically, they're into the entertainment for its own sake. They're into the entertainment for its own sake. But they need an excuse. They need excuses to let loose. That's how they do it. Yeah, because they can't just do things for their own sake. That would break their minds. Oxygen intake going over the red line, man. And so little prudes like Cicero, little dudes, they're like, yo, let's tone this back a bit. And aside, I'm gonna try really hard not to curse in this rap, because I know that people have different beliefs, and gotta respect that. People get offended, so I'm gonna keep it clean, if you know what I mean. Yeah, let's get back on the scene like a machine, a clean machine. Alright. Yeah, so my thesis. What is the oldest example wherefrom I can generate a sample that I could use to impart to you my views on this subject? They did not want to build permanent stadia, because that would create a mania in the population. Man, it would be like radiation on the brains, going inflating to their brains like they don't know what they're saying. Because if you sit, it makes you lazy. It makes the mind a bit hazy. People are thinking, man, what should we be doing with these days? We don't even know what we're doing anymore. We should just be smoking all day, man, toking on that good ganja. Ganja? Yeah, so they didn't want him to sit down. So they had to watch the gladiator fights standing upright, prostrate, back straight. Let's get to the straight and narrow. I don't want to be beating around the bush any more than I got to. They didn't build permanent stadiums, but they wanted to. Thesis, better believe this. I am smarter than Jesus. Alright, back to it. Next example. Next example was when Caesar. Yes! Get there. Caesar, you better believe her. You better seize her. Her is a man, understand? Caesar was a man. Caesar was a great man. Some people think a bad man, because he slayed the Gauls, and he had the wherewithal to be making the calls that would lead to their downfall. And he would chop bridges, he would chop down trees to build bridges over troubled water, so that he could go slaughter all the other Gaelic motherfuckers. Fuck, I cursed. Excuse my unclean language, obscene language. Can I clean this up, please? Yes. Let's go. I digress. Let's get back to the main point of which I was trying to speak so poignantly. Caesar divorced, separated, forced, if you will, upon a funeral, an old will, that of his old dad, who was already dead. A good 20 years, a double decade ahead of when it was supposed to be or behind. It doesn't matter to me. But he separated. That is the point that I'm trying to make you all see. Come on. It was a pretext, so that they would elect him forever as a dictator forever. It's a pretext. Come on, man. You can see through that. They could see through it too. Everyone could see through it. It was a fiction. It was a fiction, and he needed the right diction. Dude, if you can't see that, why do I even need to explain this argument? Man, it's obvious. It's obvious. Come on. It's obvious. Third example. The stadiums. Stadia. I have 4 examples. Alright, the third example are the stadia. The Flavian Flava was not represented until later than every other city in the empire. All the other colonies had it before they did because they desired to watch the prize fighter going at it. Come on, dude. Come on. If this does not receive an A+, it's because I have no references, no bibliography. My thesis is shit. My thesis is not good. Dude, I'm telling you. Alright, I got the beats on repeat. It's gonna come in, it's gonna kick in 20 seconds. Just bear with me. I can edit this later, man. Why am I so worried about? I can edit it later. Dude, I can edit out the dirty parts. Don't worry about that. The stage, the theater. The stage and the theater, they would not. They wouldn't build permanent stages because they didn't want to pay the actors' wages because it was below them. They were carrying the phages, the fasces, the fascist sticks, man. Fasces. Facilitating the... Alright, I'm losing the thread. Let's get back to it. I can edit all of this out, man. Edit it. Edit it, did he? Edit it. Say that 3 times fast. Did he edit it? He was just trying to get ahead. He was trying to stay relevant, but he knew that if that shit got to his head, he would be ending it because he's like an elephant who's gonna go like a rhinoceros with the wind blow with the trunk, getting drunk in his trunk, doing shots, tequila shots through his trunk. Alright, dude, I'm getting so off topic. Come on, dude. I'm not on drugs. My brain just snapped, man. That's it. I'm literally insane. And that's... So... Mental disability. I claim mental disability on this. I'm seeking permission to enter this to preclude an actual paper. I'm taking recourse. I am redress. I am seeking redress. Dude, mental disability. That's what I'm claiming. I'm claiming that. And so I'm substituting this for a real paper, because if I'm not back to sanity within a week, how could I submit a paper? It's impossible. So that's what this is. This is a replacement for paper, which I will write if I ever get my brain back on track. But right now, no, I'm claiming. The thing is, I haven't done any drugs in the last 2 days. So either it's a permanent break, or I was smoking on the right shit. Yeah, come on. Alright, get to it. I got a thesis and I've got to prove it. I've got thoughts and I don't want to lose it. Where was I at? Song ended. Come on. Get there. Permanent stages. Because they wanted to stage like Shakespeare. Man, that they had fear. That the populace would congregate there and spread good cheer, start a rebellion, it would all start getting to their head, and the elites would be irrelevant, and they wanted to stay in control. That's the whole history of the world right there. The elites trying to stay in control. If you can understand that, everything else flows from this one thought. Everything makes sense. You line it up and it makes sense. Dude, the elites the patricians were worried about the plebeians gaining too much power by congregating in this space, in this permanent amphitheater, wherein they would cause a riot, man, and they couldn't fight it. A riot, a rebellion. You gotta try it. But eventually they caved in once we had the transition from the republicanism to the empire. There was a schism. There was division. There was division among the populace. The populace looking at the king, the emperor, the god king. And he was like, I can do whatever I want to. There's no electorate, man. I can do what I gotta do. If I want a Flavian amphitheater, I can build it, dude. I can build it. I can build it on a hill. I can build it so I can kill. So I can watch gladiators kill each other. They're gonna kill it like they're burning on a skillet. Yes, in the public. And you can lick that. Take it back. Put it back on the 8-track. Just we're gonna cut slack. I don't even wanna rap about ancient Roman spectacle. I wanna rap about whatever comes into my receptacle. Man, because I'm blessed to do better things than this man. Why am I even at university? I can't understand this plan. I gotta be rerouted. Yeah, man, I got laws, and I gotta flout it. I gotta be doing other things about it. Man, why am I doing a final project? Dude. Why? Chris, I love you, man. Your passion for this is amazing. I wish I was passionate about something too in my life. Dude, you're passionate about ancient Rome. That's awesome. Passionate about ancient Rome. It's like the Game of Thrones, man. And it's awesome, but I just don't know if I can write an actual paper for me. And I know that if I did, you'd give me an A because you're a great guy. But you can't survive without references, man. It's a research paper. You need references. What if I could pull the references from my head? Would that count? Would that count? Would that count? Futrell. Johansson. Well, are we enhancing this paper with real life references right now? Is that what we're doing? Yeah, let's get down. Let's do it. Come on. Yeah? References. Man, it all gets to your head. Page 156. Johansson. Chapter 3. Yes, believe me, I remember. I got a photographic memory. IQ 163. Yeah, listen to me, man. Page 156 of your first book. Yes. Reference 1. That is a reference to... Reference 2. Futrell. Chapter 3, page 203. No, fuck that. Excuse me. Excuse my French. I'm gonna wrench the sources right from the source. None of these secondary forces, this rewriting, this reiteration of an ancient nation. Man, I'm going right back to the source, like Tacitus. Was taciturnly trying to practice the satire of Juvenal, and he was all up in his head like he had a fire. Brain ignited neurons exploding at a rate unknown and imploding back into the ozone. Different atmospheres are trying to spread fear, and I'm out of here. But I gotta stay here. No, I gotta stay here. Because I gotta finish this paper, man. I gotta finish this paper. I've literally gone insane. I would like to write your paper. I would like to write your paper, but I've literally gone insane. I appeal. That was the word I was looking for earlier, man. Appeal. I appeal to my mental disability of clinical insanity that this multimedia project, you said it yourself, it could be creative, replaces what I was gonna do. Yeah, this is my project. I'm gonna find some editing equipment. I'm gonna edit it up all nice and neat, and it's gonna be a cool project. And I'll even print out a real bibliography page of real references when I get back to that. Dude, but you know, all those examples I mentioned were real. They were there. I would like to elaborate my thesis, elaborate my argument, so that it's not just some one-dimensional nonsense about fun lovers and curmudgeons. What is that? Cantankerous guys who are against the lovin'. Nah, I'm putting the bread back in the oven, and I'm gonna wait until it rises. It's a metaphor, man. The oven is my brain. Bread are the thoughts that I'm trying to impart. Alright. Thesis. The development of the Roman Republic into the empire can be viewed through the lens of a tension between this Stoicism and Epicureanism. We're trying to cure you of your isms, of your diseases, man. It was spreading like it was the season. Don't be believing any things that they tell you if they don't have a reason, because it is all treason. It's treasonous. It's poisonous. It's treasonous, like Brutus sticking the knife, backstabbing his friend Julius. Et tu, Brutus. I can rhyme in Latin too if I knew that language. Closest thing I know to Latin is like some Spanish. So I'll rhyme in Spanish because it's a Latinate language. Like I'm feeling great. Like I gotta. Alright, let's start it. Spanish. Yo. Yo. Sí. Mi nombre es Yo Sí. I'm gonna fail this fucking project. Dude, Chris, you don't understand. Chris, I want to write your paper. I really do. My brain snapped. It's a tragedy. I'm sorry. This is the best I could do. Best I could do. Damn. Quiero cantar sobre el imperio. Es que lo que fue es que pasé el otro día, the other day, out to Bombay because I was trying to get away from the lava flowing my way. Come on, man. Come on. It's not normal. Dude. It's not normal. Fuck. Fuck. Alright, for real. What I'm trying to say is that the development of ancient Roman spectacle can be seen this way. It can be seen as two different cultural forces, and both of those forces were important. Both of them were important because it's like a course, right? And it keeps you going too far in this direction or too far in this direction. You need the discipline. You need the discipline, the iron will, the discipline. You need the discipline to craft the greatest army the world has ever known and rule from the throne for 500 years? Dude, you need some rock solid discipline. But man cannot live on bread alone. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. You gotta own that. Dude, you gotta let loose once in a while. Do you think Rome would be ruling the world if they let loose like I did right now? Dude, they would all be... They would starve to death. They would starve to death. Dude. They wouldn't get anything done. Panem et circum, bread and circus. Well, you can't have bread and circus if there's no bread. Dude. The plebeians, yeah, they thought that bread came from nowhere, man. They think that bread just comes from nowhere and they deserve it. It should be showered upon them. But dude, you gotta earn it. And so we have these two cultural forces duking it out. And we have the sources that we can read about. We can read about it. So you don't gotta doubt it. Dude, you have... It's as clear as day. 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 They really wanted to just have fun, but they couldn't do that. So they needed excuses to do that. It's not the deepest thought in the world. Dude, trust me, I know it's not the deepest thought in the world. I know that every single paper in academia has to be about a class struggle or gender identity in the fucking 3rd century BC. Dude, I understand that it's not a standard academic idea. I wasn't made for academia. Just give me an F.